Turning now to Texas in the aftermath of the deadly flooding. Another round of weekend storms in the Texas Hill Country temporarily halted teams from continuing their search efforts. Some residents were forced to evacuate their homes. More than 130 people perished in the July 4th floods. Matthew and Elizabeth Hammond are mourning the loss of their 17-year-old daughter, Malayla. They found her body on the riverbank.
I could look beyond all the bruising and everything else. She was so beautiful, and I was able to hold her one last time the way I did when she was a baby.
The family plunged into the floodwaters when their minivan went off a bridge. The parents and Malayla's siblings survived, but she did not make it to the shore. Well, CBN's Operation Blessing is in the flood zone, helping victims begin the long process of cleaning up. More than 40 volunteers from Oak Hills Church partnered with Operation Blessing, helping residents with home cleanup, salvage, and debris removal. The ministry has also set up a base in the Home Depot parking lot where it's distributing cleaning supplies, hygiene items, and boxed meals. Working with a local church, OB is also preparing and distributing hot meals for victims and first responders. Diego Traverso, Senior Director of Global Disaster Response for Operation Blessing, described what the victims are experiencing.
For the ones that we have children, it hits personally to see these families grieving and going after trying to find their beloved ones. It's just such a tragedy. The whole community is so impacted. The whole country, the whole world is beyond borders, really, what's happening here. But we also see the power of community coming together, the church being the center, God being the center, but the church being the hand of Jesus, being there, out there, nonstop. Operation Blessing is just like holding their backs, basically, so they can go farther with their work and their mission.
Much needed work, and Andrew, as you well know, Operation Blessing is on the ground and on hand for the long haul.
Thank you, John, and to Diego for being such a tremendous ambassador for Jesus and for Operation Blessing. Hearing that father, Matthew, talk about holding his 17-year-old daughter's body, calling her beautiful. These are the personal stories we're hearing. We heard so much about these 7-, 8-year-old girls just wiped away in a flood, and the families trying to grieve and move forward with the help of the community. This is why it's so crucial Operation Blessing is on the ground. Operation Blessing moved into Texas so quickly because we understand the need. And the trauma in that community, obviously, you don't need me to tell you, is so deep and so wide. And families are grieving. And that's why Operation Blessing is there, feeding people, feeding first responders. We're now in a Home Depot parking lot as a place to distribute food for those who are able to get to the Home Depot area and receive food. Also, Operation Blessing, when possible, is distributing in the community to people who need it. And don't forget these first responders who need a hot meal and have undergone so much trauma searching for bodies. This is a community that will need help and hope for the long haul. You can help. You can get a hold of Operation Blessing by calling us at 1-800-700-7000. You can go to our website, cbn.com, text, this is the quickest way, OBDR to 71777, or you can write us here at CBN Center in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Excuse me. It is a privilege for Operation Blessing to be on the ground, but it is very difficult work. And we partner with churches. There are volunteers with churches helping Operation Blessing, but we need you. The people need you desperately as they search for hope in the name of Jesus. 1-800-700-7000. We'd love to hear from you. If you've already joined and helped, we say thank you.